I've spoken about preservation before, but I never really went into a lot of detail, so guess what this video is about. Now, some of you might know that I've had like a previous campaign about trying to wean people off of blue cores, and granted, you're free to play how you want to play, but there is one thing that I would like to show you, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, the idea behind this video is, one, so many people complain that they can't run and gun without blue cores. I've got 0 blue cores on this build. I'm playing smart, but at no point do I take cover. I'm constantly moving, trying to run around and utilize my position as optimally as possible. Essentially, I'm doing a smart run and gun. I'm not saying that people that run and gun aren't smart. It's just, if you are going to do this, it's not just run around like a lunatic. You really do need to utilize your environment to the fullest. So with that in mind, this is a full DPS build. 6 reds, red cores all over the place. I've got no blue cores. Hopefully you can tell by my armor bar. I will be showing the build at the end. And the only thing that I am utilizing to stay alive is 1, the skill tier 0 shield, and 2, preservation on my FAMAS. I am obviously using strikers. This is just my normal typical strikers build. 4 strikers, Grupo chest, Coyote's mask. I'm at 55% crit chance, 132 crit damage. This goes up to 157 when Coyote's is in effect. And I'm literally just using preservation, and I'm doing my utmost not to take cover and move around as much as possible in a kind of semi-tactical way, utilizing the environment, as I've already said. So I spent a lot of time running around with preservation and testing it on a variety of different things, and this is just in relation to the build I'm running in the background. 4-piece strikers, Grupo chest with obliterate, and a Coyote's mask, and all calculations were done with me at max stacks, so there will be fluctuations depending. However, your average armor on a 1k SHD build full red is going to be 726,015 armor. 1 blue core is 170,000. I'm running gunner and preservation, which means on kill I get 20% armor. This is 145,203. This is 14.59% less than a blue core. However, on headshot I get 30% armor on kill. This is 217,805. This is 28.12% more than a blue core. This means on body kills at 20% armor per kill, it's going to take me 5 kills to get back to max armor. On headshot, it will take me 4 kills. The total armor gain from 5 kills is 726,015. Ironically, our exact armor amount. On headshots with 4 kills, it's 871,218. Obviously, this is over our maximum allotted armor. However, if we go for 3 kills, we get 653,414, which is obviously less than our maximum armor, so we're not at full. Now, this is the part where it kind of gets annoying, simply due to the fact of trying to calculate TTK on something like strikers, where there are stacks involved, as well as obliterate, where there's more stacking involved. TTK can get a bit wafty because it's, do you calculate it at 0 stacks, or do you calculate it at half stacks? With obliterate, you calculate it at full stacks. It kind of gets annoying. So I actually went through in multiples of 10. So I did 10 obliterate, 10 strikers, 20 obliterate, 20 strikers, 25 obliterate. Obliterate's now at max. And then 30 strikers, 40, 50, 60, up to 100. And I did find that depending on what you're shooting, hopefully you're smart and you'll go for things like reds and purples first before going to things like elites, chungers, named, etc, etc, just so you can build up your stacks and get your kills and limit the damage pool. But I did find that at no point really should you struggle on a 6 red build utilizing strikers, something similar to this, should your TTK exceed 1.47 seconds. However, at maximum stacks, we have a TTK of 1.1 seconds against body shots and 0.79 seconds on headshots. Now this is just against elites. So against reds and purples it will be a lot quicker. This means on body shots you should not have too much difficulty getting 3 kills per mag on body shots and 4 kills per mag on headshots. This means including reload, because there'll be 2 reloads for body and 1 for headshots. The time it takes for you to go from 0 armor to maximum armor on body shots is 12.64 seconds and on headshots is 8.37 seconds. Your reload time is 1.9 seconds, including a maxed out watch for handling, and which is 10% weapon handling, and then plus another 15 from strikers itself. This gives us a total of armor on kill per mag for body shots is 439,070, and for headshots 923,673. Now, what I did next was compare the armor gain as well as the TTK that we're able to get by using a full red build with preservation versus armor cores. Now, admittedly, this test does become kind of biased, not through my own personal bias, but the idea behind this is to see how effective preservation is on a full red build versus running 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blues on something like a striker's build, but without a utility talent. So what would give you more survivability? Full red, preservation, or a few blues and then running something like strained? What one actually equates to more survivability? Also, small humble brag, pretty much at the end of the mission now, and not once have I taken cover. And I also believe, I'd have to rewatch the footage, but I also believe I didn't lose my shield once. So yeah, proof's in the pudding, it can be done. Right, anyway, so our preservation talent in regards to a full DPS build is 258.28% more effective than 1 blue core, and on headshots it's 543.34% more effective than 1 blue core. In essence, this gives us an effective health pool per magazine of 1,165,085 health armor combined. This is equivalent to 3 armor cores. 3 armor cores will give you 1,236,015 armor. On headshots, we get an effective health pool of 1,649,688. This is equivalent to approximately 5 armor cores. It turns out to be like 5.3, so maybe like, I don't know, 5 armor cores plus level 30 expertise on all of your armor. I'm assuming eventually we'll get there. But yeah, preservation in terms of damage, not a lot. But on the right build, preservation is worth so much more than blue cores. It's 1 talent is equal to essentially between 3 and 5 armor cores. Now obviously this is just with FAMAS. If we went for like the Vector ACP 45, which I believe has like a base RPM of like 1,200, adding that to strikers allows you for a lot higher RPM, hitting 1,380. See, the theory behind this is the more DPS you're able to output, the more survivability you have. 1, in killing things, and the more things are dead, the less you're getting shot. 2, the quicker you're able to kill things, the quicker you're able to get that armor back. 1, we're running Gunner, which is 10% armor on kill anyway. 2, with preservation, which is another 10% armor on kill, or 20% on headshots. If you're able to consistently get headshots with something like the Vector, you actually end up with the equivalent of, if it was even possible, of near enough 7 armor cores. It's a little bit dumb. Body shots ends up being about 5 armor cores worth of total armor on kill. Now obviously the caveat to this is your best survivability comes from you actually being in a fight, as well as entering the fight with maximum armor to begin with. In short, no matter what you do in this game, there is going to be a caveat, and it is going to be impossible to build for literally every situation going. The environment changes, the enemies change, the amount of damage you take changes depending on what you're running. though overall preservation does outperform blue cores. Now we are going to put this on named just because it's probably the highest difficulty you're really going to come across in general casual gameplay, and starting at 0 stacks we do tend to struggle building from here, and we're not getting that damage output immediately. But once we do start having our stacks in place and the damage good to go, hopefully you can see that the armor on kill is pretty damn impressive, and we do have a pretty impressive TTK as well. So maybe give it a go, see how you like putting preservation on a full DPS build. And as you can see, the armor on kill isn't actually, it's nothing to scoff at. It's pretty damn impressive. You never know, might be the new way in which you run. But yeah, that's me. Have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.